And we are coming off of an incredibly tragic weekend of storms. More than 24 people killed across 2 states, with Kentucky experiencing the worst of the casualties. One couple recounts the moment they had to take shelter when a tornado tore through the town of London, Kentucky on Friday.
So we went to the bathroom and just went on the floor in between the tub and the toilet, the 2 of us and our dog, and then at the last minute just laid flat on the ground, and I covered her head, and that's why like 10 seconds later just something hit me. We felt like the vibration of the house just shaking, and then like after that the house just went, it was gone.
Terrifying, and it's really just a matter of minutes, right? So the National Weather Service gave this tornado a preliminary EF3 rating, but it is devastating. The various views of this neighborhood in the eastern part of the state that were terrorized by this tornado that was on the ground for quite some time. So we have Fox Weather Correspondent Katie Byrne, who was in London this morning. And Katie, I think it's important to point out also, this was late Friday into Saturday. So many folks at that point were maybe in bed, going to bed, probably and likely one of the big contributors to the reason the death count is so high. And we know that emergency management is going to be out there still surveying and taking a look at what is left in the wake of this tornado.
It's so heartbreaking to hear about situations like this and see the tragic damage that people are dealing with. You talk about this happening at 11:45 really at night. So yes, we've been talking to people who survived this about what that was like. They say they got alerts on their phone, and most people that I've been able to meet say they were able to take cover in some places. A lot of people went to their hallway. A lot of people went to their bathtubs. A lot of people went to their showers and piled on top of each other and their families. You're looking around now at just what's left over here as we see a gentleman walk down the street with a cross. Hi, sir. We're live on Fox Weather right now. Will we be able to speak with you? I just saw you walking down the street. What's going on here?
Just here praying for the community, trying to lift them up in prayer and let them know that God's with them and He's never going to abandon them.
Yeah. Have you been able to meet people on the ground here? Are you from here or visiting?
No, I'm actually from Michigan. I just got here this morning, so just literally 5 minutes ago. So I just got here, and I saw some families out that are going through some of their stuff, and I know because it's early, I'm sure that there'll be more out here, so we'll be able to pray with a lot of families. So,
your first just observations, just being here, what's it been like for you?
Well, this is complete and total devastation. I mean, it's just there's just nothing left. It's just unbelievable. This reminds me of a tornado that hit in western Kentucky a few years back in Mayfield, and it's very similar, and it's the destruction is just incredible, and it's going to take a long time. They have to have a lot of faith to know that they can be rebuilt, but they will. This is a strong community. I've heard amazing things. They've got an amazing mayor.
Thank you for being here, and this is something you do. You bring across, and you try to talk to people about, having faith in a situation like this.
Yes, ma'am. That's what the message of the cross is just to give them hope. And just to hang on to that faith, and that'll get them through it.
And your name, sir?
Dan Beasley.
And where are you coming from?
From just outside, a little town outside of Detroit, Northville, Michigan.
Wow. Thank you so much for being here. I mean, we just had to stop you. You were walking by, and this is a sign I think that a lot of people are maybe looking for today.
Yeah, that's why we're here. So thank you.
We'll let you get to where you're going. Thank you. Thank you so much for making time. I mean, these are the kinds of things that are happening right now as he makes his way down a completely devastated street. You're looking at home after home leveled, and these are folks that have lost everything, not only their belongings and everything they own, but possibly even their loved ones. And so leaning on each other in a time like this is critical, I think, for folks that we're meeting with. You're seeing just what's left over of everything people have. I mean, this was all inside of a home at some point, and in some cases people say things have ended up far away, or people were sucked out of their home and tossed far away. So to think about that, and to think about taking cover in a house that's no longer here, it absolutely breaks your heart. We've been speaking with survivors. Ida House is someone that I met yesterday. She got into her bathtub with 4 of her family members. They just held each other. And what's the most unbelievable thing to me, hearing her story, She's still in shock, of course, but in the immediate aftermath of everything that happened at midnight, I mean, it all really happened in just minutes. They survived, and the first thing they did was stepped outside and went to pull their neighbors out from underneath rubble.
It's bad. We lost everything except some in the house, not much. The roof is leaking. We need help.
That's the message, I think, from folks who are still here. They need help, and immediate shelter is something that a lot of people are looking for right now. I'll send it back to you.
Yeah, it is. You know, actually, Katie, I watched a lot of your coverage yesterday. I saw you speaking to Ida live here on Fox Weather, and then she even breaking down, recounting everything. I don't know how you move forward, but these people always find a way and lean on faith. But I know the governor did confirm that at least one child did also die out of these tornadoes, and it is just so incredibly heartbreaking. There's no other word for it. We're going to continue to tell these stories. You've done a great job of that, but you know, it's just really tough. So London, Kentucky, hopefully we see less storms today, but we know we're in the risk zone across the state today and tomorrow. So Katie, thank you out of London, Kentucky this morning.